Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, on this special edition of the News Hour, an election affidavit that has been filed by a candidate standing in Lok Sabha last year in 2019 elections or assembly poll is very vital. That's what I want to tell you. Affidavit means you are putting facts on paper and you are swearing in front of courts, in front of the legal structure in this country, in front of the Constitution, that what you are saying is the truth and the absolute truth. And these affidavits are very important for candidates standing for elections as they relate to public disclosure of his or her wealth and liabilities. It helps the voter to make an informed choice. Therefore, suppression of information in an election affidavit is nothing short of betraying the trust of the voter. That's what NCP Member of Parliament in the Lok Sabha, Supriya Sule, has been indicted of by the Income Tax Department. We are not saying it, it is the Income Tax Department that has given a report. Sule has been found guilty of not declaring the shareholding details of her spouse, Mr. Sadanand Sule, in two Singapore-based companies. In her defense, Ms. Sule claims that it is an inadvertent error. But ladies and gentlemen, the Tax Probe Agency doesn't seem to be buying any of these explanations. Which brings me to my case tonight. Here in my hand, I hold these reports. And this is the investigation report of the Income Tax Department, the report which concludes that charges of omitting vital information against Ms. Supriya Sule, which was complained by Mr. Neeraj Gunde to the Election Commission of India, and Election Commission had forwarded these complaints to the Department of Income Tax. The Income Tax report says that these charges against Sule are prima facie true. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the probe report says, and I quote, Supriya Sule has stated in her own reply to the Income Tax Department that there is a discrepancy on the part of her affidavit in inadvertently omission of shareholding details in companies Manquist Holding Private Limited and Avishkar International Private Limited. Two companies, Manquist Holding and Avishkar International, both Singapore-based companies, both companies in which Supriya Sule's husband, Mr. Sadanand Sule, has interest in and shareholding in. Not just that, the tax sleuths have also recommended further inquiry under the Black Money Act, noting the presence of undisclosed assets. And that is the big disclosure on the News Hour tonight, and I'm getting in our internal security editor Nikunj Garg to join me. Nikunj, these are serious charges. We reported first the complaint which had been forwarded by the Election Commission to the Income Tax Department, and now this is the Income Tax Department's report, which clearly points out that the charges against Ms. Sule are prima facie true.
Well, this is now getting serious, Navika, and this has serious consequences. We'll come to that a little later, but the fact is that the Election Commission writing to the Income Tax Department, Ministry of Finance, is a matter of protocol. And whenever Election Commission of India receives a complaint, it has to necessarily mark it to the concerned line ministry or department. But the Income Tax Department finding out lapses and recommending a further probe under the severe Black Money Act passed by the Parliament matters then seriously, seemingly looking to be getting serious at this point in time. because there are consequences. And one of the consequences in that is that if Ms. Sule is found guilty and if the Election Commission adjudicates this matter as an infringement on the Representation of People's Act, which you were mentioning, voters' right to know, then Ms. Sule certainly stands to lose her membership of the Lok Sabha, of the parliament. And remember, this Lok Sabha still has more than 3.5 years to go as of now. And of course, Ms. Sule is, free to challenge that in a court of law. Many people have done that in the past. There also an adjudication will happen. But politically, what is most critical is that optics look deficient at this point in time. Ms. Sule is an heir to one of the most renowned political dynasties, at least in Maharashtra, and daughter of redoubtable Sharad Pawar. For her to be filing an affidavit and then claiming that this was an inadvertent error. A political affidavit is not something they're unfamiliar with. The family knows the politics of this country, rules, protocols guiding it on the back of their hand. And therefore, for her to claim optically in politics, optics are everything, Navika, and this looks deficient, this looks awful, this looks poor. Adjudication and everything will come a little later, but for now, Income Tax Department recommending a further probe against her based on her replies under the Black Monies Act is certainly not looking good.
Nikunj, in my hand, I'm holding this annexure, and this is called the verification report of the investigation officer, which is format C in the income tax parlance. And in this report, this is name of the candidate, Srimati Supriya Sule, written right here, and who's investigating. It is the Pune branch of the Income Tax Department which is investigating the case. And look at this here. Further inquiry proposed is what the column says. It is a tick marked right here. Further inquiry is proposed in this entire case. Also, what it goes on to say is black money, foreign income and assessment investigation. It also says that is required, so a tick mark here. And if Nizam Bhai can just get this camera off. On karo. So it's tick marked here as well, and where it says whether the assets that have been reflected in the affidavit, whether they have been suppressed or not, there it says a yes. These are the details right here on this piece of paper, and this is what will possibly be a problem for Ms. Supriya Sule, because it says the suppression charge is held true, because this is the investigation department's statement here that yes, it differs from the investigation department. So Nikunj, this investigation report extremely serious for Ms. Sule.
Well, absolutely. As I said, Navika, that Election Commission of India forwarding a complaint to the concerned ministry or department is a matter of set protocol. That's under the mandate of the Election Commission of India. But for the particular department, and in this case, Income Tax Department, to find, based on the reply filed by Ms. Sule partially on the basis of submission made by her husband, who's obviously contesting the role of the Black Money Act apropos his status as the SSC having acquired a non-resident Indian status, but that again comes later. The department concluding that there is certainly a suppression of information which should have been completely voluntarily and fully truthfully declared, as the affidavit also states, is a serious matter, and things certainly can assume further significant proportions and serious proportions for the membership of Ms. Supriya Sule were the Election Commission of India to take an adverse view of her filing of this affidavit, which is now under contestation, and the contestation says that the Department of Income Tax clearly believes, and this is the report that you are putting out in the public domain, we are not putting it out through sources, we are not claiming it, it's all in the black and white in your hands for our viewers to see, that suppression has been found to be validated by an independent investigation of the department. As I said, things certainly not looking very pretty, and they can turn awfully bad. if the Election Commission of
At the
India
same
also
time,
decides
there
to
were
take
complaints, and visuals that you're seeing on the screen, viewers, are visuals of the story we put out on the Newshour last month, where we showed that activists had made 2 complaints. One was in the name of Ms. Sule. The other 2 complaints were in the name of Uddhav Thackeray and Aditya Thackeray. Those reports also here from the investigation department of the income tax authorities, and Uddhav Thackeray and Aditya Thackeray have been given the clean chit. Those clean chits also on your screen. Uddhav Thackeray and Aditya Thackeray have been given the clean chit, no discrepancy in their affidavits, but Supriya Sule's affidavit clearly shows discrepancies and suppression of assets, and that is a huge betrayal of what should have been facts sworn on record in front of the courts, because these affidavits are filed in courts, ladies and gentlemen. And that brings me to my legitimate question on the Newshour tonight. Should Member of Parliament Supriya Sule not resign for sake of probity and propriety? That's the question and the debate. Mahapol Khol report. That's the debate on the other side.
You're watching the News Hour at 9. Debate number 1 on Times Now. Super Prime Time.
And joining me on the debate tonight, Gaurav Bhatia, national spokesperson of the BJP, Shehzad Poonawala, lawyer, Ravi Srivastava, political analyst, MC Abbas, political analyst, Deepak Jha, political analyst, and Ketan Vaidya, senior journalist. And my first question goes across to Mr. Ravi Srivastava. Mr. Ravi Srivastava, I want to ask you, lying on affidavit is a serious offence. Well, Ms. Sule, in her response to the Income Tax Department, has said that this is an inadvertent mistake. On affidavits, is there scope for inadvertent mistakes? And should she not resign from her membership because there is an inadvertent mistake in her affidavit on which she has won the election of 2019 to the Lok Sabha?
My request to you is, Navika, please don't jump to the conclusions. And this is not a case. This is a routine inquiry EC has given to Income Tax. Income Tax is doing their job. Some facts have been submitted by Supriya Sule. Those can be contested as well. There is a long process. This does not decide on your merely running a show that Supriya Sule should resign from her post in the interest of the probity, etc., etc. It is not so. It is only another political vendetta, because the BJP is unable to digest at 5:30 a.m. oath taken by Devendra Fadnavis with the help of Mr. Bhagat Singh Koshyari, so they are hell-bent upon it. Whether it is Sushant Singh Rajput case, whether it is Palghar case, whether it is any other case, they are just trying to fix the NCP by some way or the other. And this is only a brazen attempt in that direction. I'm sure this is nothing will come out of it, and this is a mere routine interrogation.
Gaurav Bhatia, is it routine to have discrepancies in an affidavit? What's the legal value of an affidavit if there are discrepancies and mistakes in affidavits?
You know, Navika, these things do happen when you are ignorant of law, and then you also try to shield the corrupt just because you have a quid pro quo arrangement with them. But for the viewers in Times Now, let me spell out the legal position. Very recently in Resurgence India versus Election Commission of India case, the Supreme Court made it clear, there was an earlier judgment, but the Supreme Court made it clear that even an omission that would render the person as, you know, the member of parliament or MLA and would be disqualified. So you were saying that should Supriya Sule resign, I would say she will be disqualified for this inadvertent error that she said. But the more important part is, one is disqualification, and the second is under the Black Money Act of 2015, brought by the BJP government, it has been made an offense. And why has it been done? Because a lot of political parties and people who think they are above the law were stashing their black money abroad and without any consequences. So if you do not disclose that you have funds, shares or any sort of assets abroad, that is also an offense under this act.
But
which has been brought in by the BJP.
Bhatia, the income tax letter, and I can show it to you right here, the income tax letter says the assessee, that is Mr. Sadanand Sule, has submitted to the income tax the fact that he is an NRI. So Black Money Act does not apply to him, but the disclosure on affidavit seems to be a serious problem. And this is stated in this part of the letter where they say, in this regard, it is stated that there is no discrepancy detected in the assets and liability statement of the candidate Srimati Supriya Sule in her own case filed in 2014 and 2019 Lok Sabha election affidavit. However, the candidate Srimati Sule has stated in her own reply that there is a discrepancy on the part of her spouse Sri Sadanand Sule. Now she has admitted that there is a discrepancy, and then the tax authority says, therefore the content of the complaint has been duly verified and is found to be prima facie correct. And this is the investigation officer's report, where it says further inquiry required. It has a tick mark here. Then it says Black Money Act investigation required. It has a tick mark here. And whether there is a discrepancy detected, it says yes. So explain to our viewers, on affidavit, is there scope for discrepancies? I just want to understand that.
Yes. So, Navika, lying under oath itself is an offense. So, that is an additional offense. And let me tell you, by the amendment that was brought in, the amendment also made it very clear that if you are ordinarily residing in India and then it talks about a section, then you have to also disclose that. Now, until unless we know who holds the shares and whether they are held by Supriya Sule also, then I think this disclosure would lead to invocation of this act as well. But my larger point is, one, what are the consequences of this inadvertent error? This is not an inadvertent error. This is an omission which is, known by Supriya Sule. She wanted to probably hide these details, and the Supreme Court has prescribed the pro forma of the affidavit. There is no option to the person who contests an election. You have to abide by it.
Mr. Deepak Jha, let me get in Mr. Deepak Jha, political analyst, into this debate. And Deepak Jha, I want to ask you, is there place for inadvertent errors in election affidavits? Can anybody take a defense under inadvertent errors in affidavits where you're fighting for elections? And these affidavits are under oath. I want to ask you, had such an error be made by a BJP member of parliament, would you have been so magnanimous even then?
Navika ji, I will congratulate you that you are showing this news to the nation tonight. So everybody will appreciate you. But the same time, I am just going to ask one question. जब श्रीमती स्मृति ईरानी अपने एजुकेशन डिग्री को लेके झूठ बोलती है एफिडेविट्स में, श्रीमान प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी अपने एफिडेविट्स में जब झूठ बोलते हैं, गुजरात के जब मुख्यमंत्री होते हैं तब कुछ और होता है, 2014 के इलेक्शन में कुछ और होता है, 2019 के इलेक्शन में जब कुछ और होता है, तो नेशन जानना चाहता है कि ऐसी क्या मजबूरियां थी जो सत्ता के उस शीर्ष पे बैठे हुए। मैं चाहता हूं कि सुप्रिया सुले का जांच हो, कार्रवाई होना चाहिए, लेकिन भाजपा ने समय समय पे ईडी और सीबीआई का गलत इस्तेमाल किया है, वो सब लोग जानते हैं, लेकिन उसकी भी जांच होनी चाहिए।
आप कह रहे हैं भाजपा ने सीबीआई और ईडी का गलत इस्तेमाल किया है, तो मुझे दिखाने दीजिए, ये मेरे हाथ में उद्धव ठाकरे जी का भी इन्वेस्टिगेशन रिपोर्ट फॉर्म सी वेरिफिकेशन रिपोर्ट है, और इसमें कहा है वेदर द एसेट्स डिटेक्टेड आर मोर देन व्हाट इज डिक्लेयर्ड, उन्होंने कहा है नो, और उन्होंने कहा है कि कोई आगे इंक्वायरी की जरूरत है, नो। और आदित्य ठाकरे के केस में भी, उद्धव ठाकरे के केस में भी उन्होंने कहा है कि कोई कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। एक्टिविस्ट की कंप्लेंट इस केस में भी थी। तो सुप्रिया सुले के खिलाफ बीजेपी, आदित्य और उद्धव ठाकरे के खिलाफ नहीं है। You know, Shehzad Poonawalla, that's what I want to ask you, which is why I hadn't shown the Aditya and Uddhav Thackeray documents earlier, simply because I knew this was the argument. Is the BJP favoring Uddhav Thackeray? Is the government favoring Uddhav Thackeray and targeting Supriya Sule? Can this explanation hold?
No, obviously not, because it's an illogical explanation. Secondly, this is not done by the CBI or the ED. It's the Election Commission of India. And unless somebody is saying Election Commission of India, constitutional authority, not a statutory, a constitutional authority is being mismanaged or managed by BJP, then that kind of argument should be taken on record, not by some people who appear as pseudo spokespersons. So first of all, it was Election Commission's inquiry. Then it was furthered to the IT department. And it was a self-admission by the person concerned. She has made a self-admission.
The complaint comes to Election Commission. The inquiry is done by the income tax. Election Commission does not have the wherewithal to investigate.
I understand. I understand. No, what I'm trying to say is, now see, he has started interrupting. What I'm trying to say is that the initiator of this entire proceeding was the Election Commission of India. Can I please complete now?
One at a time. Let Shehzad Poonawalla make his point, and I will come back to Deepak Jha and Ravi Srivastava, who are raising their hands. 1 minute. Shehzad Poonawalla.
See, first of all, the point that I'm trying to make is that the Election Commission of India is overseeing all of this. So therefore, it is not the CBI and the ED. Some people are legally and logically illiterate. Secondly, the point is that on the other side, Congress people have made similar arguments that some person in the BJP has not mentioned something in the affidavit, they should be disqualified. And of course, what is the law? Under Representation of People's Act, if you leave out any information from your affidavit, under Section 123, it constitutes a corrupt practice, and under Section 8, you're liable for disqualification. It is settled law, as my senior friend Mr. Gaurav Bhatia stated. So as per that, today Supriya Sule should watch Times Now, write a resignation letter and send it to you, Navika, because that is the correct thing to do. By the way, Sharad Pawar was given a Padma Vibhushan by the Modi government. By the way, Sharad Pawar was given a Padma Vibhushan. So what kind of vendetta is this? What kind of vendetta is this?
Deepak Jha is responding to you, Shehzad. Deepak Jha, let's do a rapid fire between Shehzad Poonawalla and Deepak Jha, because both of them have rebuttals for each other. Deepak Jha, your rebuttal first.
शिक्षा मंत्री ने जो अपने एफिडेविट में लिखा हुआ है वो झूठ बोला हुआ है।
अरे भाई मुझे बताओ, पहले तो सीबीआई ईडी नहीं है, ये इलेक्शन कमीशन है। अगर वेंडेटा है तो आप कोर्ट जाकर क्वॉश करा दो, ये कोर्ट जाकर क्वॉश करा दो। तीसरी बात, पद्म विभूषण शरद पवार को इस सरकार ने दिया। वेंडेटा होता तो क्यों देती? वेंडेटा होता तो आदित्य ठाकरे, उद्धव ठाकरे को क्यों नहीं फंसाती? कभी लॉजिक का, कभी लीगल आर्गुमेंट का भी इस्तेमाल किया करो दीपक झा। मुझे पता है आप कांग्रेस से हैं, आप राहुल गांधी के समर्थक हैं, पर राहुल गांधी के समर्थक होने का मतलब ये नहीं है कि आप उनसे भी ज्यादा बुद्धिमानी की बातें करेंगे ताकि वो अच्छे दिखे। कभी कभी तो कम से कम, कभी कभी तो कम से कम लॉजिक की बातें किया करो दीपक जी, अच्छा लगेगा।
पूरा देश सुनेगा आपकी बुद्धिमानी कि देश कायल हो जाएगा।
आप मुझे बताइए, अगर आपको लग रहा है वेंडेटा है तो जाकर केस कर दीजिए ना, कोर्ट में जाकर क्वॉश करवाइए ना,
हाथ जोड़ के
प्रोसीडिंग क्वॉश करवाइए।
भाई आपने बहुत अच्छी बात बोली, बट आप बताइए ना।
आप नहीं बोल सकते क्योंकि आपको पता है कि कोर्ट जाएंगे तो फंस जाएंगे।
सुप्रिया सुले का इस्तीफा कल दिलवा देते हैं, लेकिन आप ईरानी
वो कोर्ट में चला गया मामला, जरा अपडेट रहा करो दीपक झा, जरा कोर्ट के मामलों से अपडेट रहा करो, आपके लिए अच्छा होगा। ये देखिए रवि
दीपक झा 1 मिनट। दीपक झा, माय क्वेश्चन टू यू इज, मैं आपसे एक सवाल पूछना चाहती हूं। आप जो मांग कर रहे हैं वो अपनी जगह है, लेकिन इस वक्त जो हमने खुलासा किया है इनकम टैक्स डिपार्टमेंट की रिपोर्ट का, इस पर कोई तो टिप्पणी दीजिए। इनएडवर्टेंट एरर एफिडेविट में अलाउड है या नहीं है? और ये इनएडवर्टेंट एरर स्पेसिफिक्स के ऊपर है।
जी मैंने आपको कांग्रेस नाविका जी, मैंने
नाविका-
आपको कॉन्ग्रेचुलेट किया है कि आपने एक खबर दिखा रहे हैं, देश जानना चाहता है। अगर उनके ऊपर ये चार्जेस बनते हैं, इंक्वायरी हो जाने दीजिए, उनको रिजाइन कर
नाविका,
देना चाहिए और वो कर देंगी। मुझे पता है कि
All right, Ketan Vaidya coming in. Ketan Vaidya. You know, this is the Income Tax Department's report. It probably still has to go to the Election Commission. The Election Commission will then meet at the commission level and take a final call. But the fact is that the Income Tax Department has made its own inquiry, and it has said that in the case of Supriya Sule, there is suppression, or at least there is a difference in the assets declared in the affidavit and the actual position. Now, is this equal to inadvertent error, or is this lying on oath?
Well, that is what Supriya Sule is saying, but there will be a lot of answering for the Pawars to do. The Pawars are a seasoned political family, and they know the fact that an affidavit is almost like a legal oath. So they would be aware about the consequences that this will hold. But this doesn't mean that there is no politics in it. Sharad Pawar has himself said that the IT and the choice of the people.
Can I respond to that?
It's on the Thakres and the Pawars. Okay, but does this take away the legal sanctity of what you have disclosed? No. So there is answering that Supriya Sule would need to do, but I'm sure that the Pawars are serious about not lying on oath.
Can I respond, please?
Respond, Gaurav Bhatia.
You know, first of all, lying under oath, perjury is an offense under the Indian Penal Code 1. Please have a look at section 125A. If you give an affidavit which is false under the Representation of People Act, is an offense again. My point is very simple. In this debate, we have twice heard political vendetta. I am asking the panelists who are raising this point, did the BJP coerce, threaten, or do a magic spell on Supriya Sule so that she commits this inadvertent error? What kind of an argument is this? A member of parliament or a candidate who is contesting is supposed to be responsible, and there is no such alibi or argument that it is due to inadvertence. Whatever might be the reason, the outcome has to be as per the law.
क्या भूल गए क्या अजीत पवार के साथ आप जाके अजीत पवार के साथ आप जाके मुख्यमंत्री पद बनवा लेते हैं? उस टाइम आपको याद नहीं आ रहा था कि अजीत पवार के ऊपर क्या चार्जेस हैं? रातों रात उनके करप्शन के चार्जेस भूल जाते हैं। नविका, आई वांट टू से समथिंग। नविका जी, आई वांट टू से समथिंग। अजीत पवार के साथ चीफ मिनिस्टर बन जाते हैं रातों रात, देवेंद्र फडणवीस चीफ मिनिस्टर बन जाते हैं, उनके ऊपर सारे करप्शन हटा देते हैं।
Well, let me get in MC Abbas. MC Abbas, I want to put forth an argument that Deepak Jha put out. And Deepak Jha talked about Miss Smriti Irani's election affidavit and her educational qualifications. May I tell you, and I'm reading a report, I'm reading a report in my hands where the Delhi High Court has clearly said, in a relief to Union Minister Smriti Irani, a trial court here on Tuesday dismissed a plea to issue summons against false information given. This is October 2016. Dismissed. The court has dismissed. The court has dismissed. Why is this now being brought up? Only because, you know, at this moment you want to clutch at straws to defend Supriya Sule.
Why is Narendra Modi's name being dragged?
So, dearest panelists, friends, I've been quiet for the last 30 minutes. Allow me a minute's time, please.
No, Navika first to make Deepak Jha apologize to Smriti Irani.
Deepak Jha, आपकी इंफॉर्मेशन गलत है, आपकी इंफॉर्मेशन स्मृति ईरानी जी के बारे में गलत है, आप इस पर माफी मांगेंगे? कोर्ट ने डिसमिस कर दिया केस। आप तो कोर्ट गए थे, कंप्लेनेंट कोर्ट गया था, उन्होंने डिसमिस कर दिया। अब आप अपोलोजाइज करेंगे?
जी, मेरे पास भी रिपोर्ट्स यहाँ पे रखे हुए हैं। नाविका जी, मेरे
He has
पास
been
यहाँ पे
sent by
सारे
Rahul
रिपोर्ट्स
Gandhi
हैं।
to abuse and defame Smriti Irani. He must apologize.
इनके पास गूगल है,
This
मेरे
man
पास
should
भी गूगल है।
apologize.
जहाँ से
He is
ज्ञान
defaming
लेते
the
हैं,
member
मैं
of
ज्ञान
parliament
लेता
of
हूं, मैं
Amethi,
बताता हूं।
a woman.
इनको
He's
मैं
been sent here by Rahul Gandhi
इनको भी बता देता
to
हूं,
defame
वो मोबाइल
Smriti
दिखाएंगे,
Irani.
मैं भी मोबाइल
Deepak Jha
दिखाता
must
हूं।
apologize
लेकिन
for the wrong
शहजाद
claims
भाई,
made on
आप
Smriti
एक ध्यान
Irani.
दीजिए।
No, Deepak Jha.
आपको
First you
मैं बता रहा हूं,
apologize. You
आपको
apologize.
बता रहा हूं,
How dare you
सुप्रिया
make
सुले के
these
बड़े भाई
wrong
हैं, अजीत
arguments?
पवार।
Has it
आप
not
उनके
been
साथ
dismissed by
मिलकर
the
सरकार
court?
बनाते हैं,
You first
भ्रष्टाचार।
apologize to
सुप्रिया
Smriti Irani. Irani. First apologize to Smriti Irani. You don't know the difference between Election Commission and CBI. You don't know the difference between legal proceeding and other things. You come here and you defame Smriti Irani. You first apologize to Smriti Irani. You first apologize to Smriti Irani.
मैं आपसे माफी मांगता हूं.
You first apologize to Smriti Irani. It has been called as a malified case. It is a malified case. Navika, this man is here to abuse and defame an honorable member of parliament, Ms. Smriti Irani, just because they have an agenda to protect the corrupt finance.
1 minute. Gaurav Bhatia wanting to come in. Deepak Jha, you can't put out false information. There is a dismissal from a court. There is no order since then. And Deepak Jha, you know, she's fought another election and in 29. All right, Gaurav Bhatia coming in.
Navika, let us expose their falsehood, lies, deceit. They spoke about Narendra Modi ji. Let me tell you, Supreme Court dismissed a plea where they wanted a probe into his 2012 election affidavit. Then yet again in 2019 also, April, Supreme Court dismissed another PI pertaining to the assets of Narendra Modi.
आप स्मृति ईरानी, आप नरेंद्र मोदी सबके बारे में कहने को तैयार है, but MC Abbas, I want to get you in. MC Abbas, I want to ask you fair and square. You know, forget about other people, whether they should be disqualified or not disqualified, or what the courts have said about them. Let's put that aside for the moment, because the status in the courts is very, very clear. You've tried to take this to the courts. The courts have not given you a remedy, no relief as of now. And the case has been dismissed. That is the latest position on Smriti Irani's case and on Prime Minister Narendra Modi's case. I want to now ask you, and I want to come down to the basic point in this debate. And the basic point is that the Income Tax Department has found a discrepancy in the affidavit of Supriya Sule, which she, in her response to the Income Tax Department, has said कि हाँ भाई है discrepancy, लेकिन inadvertent है. I want to understand, on oath, can there be anything inadvertent?
All right. Navika ji, I'm very glad that you asked me this question. As a matter of fact, I'm not aware about the other panelists, but I have taken this oath when I was an MLA candidate in the 2018 elections, and this we take it in the presence of an administrative officer, and every word and every little minute detail on the affidavit, including your educational qualification, your assets, liabilities, every single factor, including the criminal cases against you, is taken holier than the Quran, Bible, or otherwise. Yes, it is indeed very, very serious. But let me tell you also, as a matter of fact, Navika ji, Supriya Sule ji is not as holier than thou as a Smriti Irani or an LK Advani or a Modi ji, whose degrees change more color than even a
Arey bhai, do you have, when you want to debate the degrees of the others, you know, that entire argument has just been torn apart by Shehzad Poonawalla and Gaurav Bhatia, and today the panel is 4 versus 2. They've torn apart your objections to this, and Shehzad Poonawalla, शायद MC Abbas की समझ में नहीं आ रहा है. Shehzad Poonawalla, आप समझा दीजिए दोबारा इनको.
Now allow me to complete my point, Navika ji. 30 seconds that I complete my point.
One second, Syed Abbas, just listen to one point. Just one point. Even 1 second, Syed Abbas, just 10 seconds.
Okay.
Syed Abbas, just 10 seconds. I'll complete in 10 seconds. Then you answer.
Okay.
Ketan ji has just said that legally we are on the right footing, that there is a case against Supriya Sule, but it is with a vendetta motive. So are you saying that if you are opposed to Modi, you should be given a certificate to do all illegal acts? You should be allowed the right to corruption, the right to black money, the right to lie in affidavit. अरे गलती की है, कानूनी गलती की है, मोदी का विरोध करने के लिए आपको लाइसेंस नहीं मिल सकेगा कि जो करना है लूटते रहो. आपने किया है, आपको भुगतना पड़ेगा सर.
ठीक है, अभी सुनिए. ऐसा नहीं है कि दोहरे मापदंड हो जाए. आप करें तो प्यार, हम करें तो वार, भाई साहब. Let it be equivalent to all of them here. When Modi ji, let me tell you, 2014 has MA degree, BA
Kaise?
degree. Look at the 2019, it only mentions about the MA degree. MikeNeta.info. Even if the High Court ruling is there, Supreme Court ruling is there,
Go to court.
I have every right to
Jao court
MC
jao.
Abbas, go to court.
Go to court.
Who is preventing you
Tell
from
Kapil
going to
Sibal to
court?
fight
And
the
Ketan Vaidya, I'm very
Go to court.
intrigued by the statement that you made. The statement you made was that galti hai, and on affidavit it's a serious matter. But this is politically motivated. What is politically motivated? Did the BJP force Supriya Sule to file an inadvertent error in her affidavit? Is that politically done?
She has admitted in a right earnest. Now, whatever the law, the country's law, if it stands against her, then she will have.
That's where the matter finishes. Who are we to go beyond that? Who are we to go beyond that? You know, the law will take its own course. You know, why are you attributing? You know, if on paper she has missed out something which she herself is admitting, where is the scope of politics? Where is the scope of politics?
The scope of politics is the selection of politicians. The scope of politics is the timing. The scope of politics is the MVA government is going to complete 1 year.
All right. So you are saying election commission's notice to Supriya Sule, election commission's forwarding this entire complaints by different activists to income tax department is based on the first year anniversary of the Aghadi government. Election commission or the income tax department's clean chit to Uddhav Thackeray and Aditya Thackeray is also part of politics. Gaurav Bhatia, when Aditya Thackeray and Uddhav Thackeray get a clean chit, ये कौन सी politics है?
Navika, the problem here is that an argument is being advanced, comparing apples and oranges and not realizing that in the cases of Narendra Modi ji and Smriti Irani ji, the courts of the country have given their decision. Now you have to accept that decision whether you like it or not. But in the case of Supriya Sule, there is an admission made by.
Mr. Bhatia, let me tell you now, all agencies are
जरूरी है मुंह खोलना बीच में जिससे कि व्यूअर्स
that's the one
क्या बोलना चाहते हैं आप बीच में क्यों बोल रहे हैं आप सुप्रिया सुले जी are you saying that she is above law?
If ED
above law, why are you sitting in between? Navika, this is not a very healthy way of debating. You know, it annoys every viewer of Times now, believe me.
रवि श्रीवास्तव थोड़ा इत्मीनान रखिए. गौरव भाटिया अपना पॉइंट खत्म कर ले, फिर आप जवाब दीजिएगा. गौरव भाटिया,
you know, let me just give the facts to the viewers. The 2015 petition that was filed against Narendra Modi ji, which was dismissed by the Supreme Court, was by Nishant Verma. He might be the same Nishant Verma who's a Congress sympathizer. The 2019 complaint was given by Saket Gokhale. He is very close to Rahul Gandhi. It was again dismissed. They don't want to accept that. So let me make it very clear. Law is the same for everyone. And assuming for the sake of argument, two wrongs will never make a right. Supriya Sule.
No. You know, Gaurav Bhatia, pardon me, but I like to blow holes into that argument. Whoever may be close to whoever doesn't matter. The fact is that the people who may have, complained against Aditya Thackeray and Uddhav Thackeray may be close to the BJP. उससे क्या होता है? अगर कंप्लेंट में मेरिट है, तो मेरिट है. और इस केस में आदित्य ठाकरे उद्धव ठाकरे के अगेंस्ट जो कंप्लेंट था उसमें मेरिट नहीं था. बट सुप्रिया सूले के केस में शी हरसेल्फ हैज एडमिटेड. You know, that can't be an argument that somebody is close to Rahul Gandhi so he can't file an objection. Shehzad Poonawala, can that be an argument?
No. That was not Gaurav's argument. His argument was that this petition was not even a sponsored petition. It was a hardcore, all the facts, legal laws, everything was put in at Rahul Gandhi's instructions by Nishant Verma and Saket Gokhale's two hands. And they went and filed the petition with all the facts armed at their disposal. Now, Ravi Srivastava, you can go file a third petition. No problem. You file a third petition, Syed Abbas fourth petition, this Deepak Jha fifth petition. You all are all fifth petition. petitioners.
let me tell
You
that
keep
he is
filing
giving
petitions.
such
The point is,
You
what is
are
your
not
stand
giving
on
such a-
Supriya Sule's case? Be at least courageous like Ketan. Ravi Srivastava, you are at that stage. You should be like Ketan. You should admit your mistakes. You should not say कि क्योंकि हमारे
Ravi Srivastava ji, I'm not the judge, jury, executioner in this case. All I'm saying is I have been able to access these documents from the Income Tax Department, and in these documents, Supriya Sule, it is stated that Supriya Sule has herself admitted to the Income Tax Department that this is an inadvertent error. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. If it is an inadvertent error, what is the reaction to an inadvertent error in a document which is an affidavit that is signed on oath is the only question I'm asking you. बाकी तो जो judges करेंगे, जो election commission करेगा, वो जब होगा तब देखेंगे. आज आप मुझे सिर्फ ये बताइए कि on oath is there scope for inadvertent errors?
Admitting किसी mistake हुई है.
This is a legal question and only law will decide about it.
अच्छा, आपकी समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, आपकी समझ में नहीं आ रहा है.
And she's admitting
You cannot decide, I cannot decide.
Political
The law will
vendetta.
decide.
Navika, Supreme Court
पॉलिटिकल वेंडेटा समझ में आता है, लीगल पोजीशन समझ में नहीं आती है. पॉलिटिकल वेंडेटा तो बहुत जल्दी समझ में आता है. दीपक झा जी, 1 minute, अब्बास साहब, आई एम कमिंग टू यू. दीपक झा, वुड यू लाइक टू apologize to Narendra Modi and Smriti Irani given the fact that you picked up wrong arguments to bolster your point?
नाविका जी, यू आर सेइंग वेरी गुड क्वेश्चन टू मी कि मैं अपोलोजाइज क्यों नहीं करूंगा. बिकॉज नाविका जी, आई एम टेलिंग यू वन थिंग कि श्रीमती स्मृति ईरानी जी हर सेल्फ रिटर्न इन 2019 एफिडेविट में कि मैंने ग्रेजुएशन नहीं किया है. 1996 में बोलती हैं चांदनी चौक कि मैंने कोरेस्पोंडेंट से ग्रेजुएशन किया हुआ है.
दीपक झा जी, कोर्ट का रास्ता आपको आता है, कोर्ट चले जाइए, जो आपको प्रूव करना है प्रूव करिए, पर कम से कम पॉलिटिकल वेंडेटा का बहाना तो छोड़ दीजिए. पॉलिटिकल बहाना तो छोड़ दीजिए, क्योंकि पोल जब खुल जाती है, जो पोल आपकी पोल में हुई थी वो खुल गई है आज, शहजाद पूनावाला.
नाविका जी, मैं चाहता हूं कि आप पोल खोलिए.
नहीं, सी दे नो ओनली टू सी वन. एक सेकंड दीपक जी, अब मेरा नाम लिया है उन्होंने. अच्छा ठीक है, बैठ जाइए. देखिए नाविका, इनको केवल 2 पीवी आता है, एक प्रियंका वाड्रा, दूसरा पॉलिटिकल वेंडेटा. ये एक के दूसरे 2 पीवी के अलावा इनका तीसरा पीवी है नहीं, और इनका पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू भी नहीं है. कोई भी मैटर हो जाए पॉलिटिकल वेंडेटा, इनको कोर्ट बेल पे बाहर करे पॉलिटिकल वेंडेटा, कोर्ट इनके खिलाफ केस करे.
और जो इनकी पार्टी के पीवी थे उन्हें तो ये भूल चुके हैं, पीवी नरसिम्हा राव. Well, even if it was a bad joke, the fact is that these are serious charges. The Income Tax Department's investigation clearly shows that as far as Supriya Sule is concerned, not only is there requirement for further investigation under the Income Tax Act, under the Black Money Act, but they've also concluded the fact that her affidavit has discrepancies. The assets declared there are different from the assets in real terms. And that is an endorsement that has been given by the Income Tax Department. Will the Election Commission of India now take a view on Supriya Sule's case? Can she continue to be a member of parliament or not? Will this matter drag in courts? Will Supriya Sule go to courts? Will people of India continue to be in the dark on what's right, what's wrong? Can an affidavit have anything that is an inadvertent error, especially when it is in the column of assets? Is that equivalent to an error, or is that equivalent to lying on oath? That's the decision Election Commission of India and possibly the courts will have to take. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining me on debate number 1. I'm running into a short break, but on the other side, we have reports, ground reports coming in from Bihar after the blitzkrieg of the Prime Minister's 3 rallies in Bihar today. Short break, back soon.
The News Hour at 9.